Hey Wrangler fans, Ian Tasso here with your first Wrangler recap of the 2012-13 season. I'm here with head coach Ryan Mougenel. Mouge, obviously the preseason in the books. You guys start off a little slow, drop the first three, finish on a high note. Talk about preseason. Obviously, wins and losses not important. What did you see from the guys? A lot of new faces. Talk about your initial reaction.
Well, who says they're not important? You? No, they obviously I had to make some decisions. I had the good fortune of having a lot of players come back. The lockout really isn't helping players kind of find jobs at that American League level. So, for the first little bit, there's going to be a lot of players kind of coming and going, and something that I'm not used to. For the last couple of years, haven't over recruited or kind of planned on having, a low level of players at camp. And yesterday was a tough day. We had a real tough travel day, and then coming back and letting some players go is always tough, and something I'm not very comfortable doing. It sucks, but it's part of the business that needs to be done, and it's right now I'm pretty happy. I'm not ecstatic where we are comparative to other teams in the league. I think the league has gotten a lot better as a whole, and the one thing that we have as an advantage is we have a great group. We've got a great leader in Mike Medill, and added another leader today in Charlie Cook, who's got a lot of experience at the American League level. So I'm pretty excited about some of the elements we have, and there's still pieces to be named.
And a lot of guys obviously started the preseason up on AHL camp tryouts. So you got a lot of looks at some of the younger, new faces on this team, some sticking around, obviously. Anyone in particular impress you from what you saw this preseason?
I think, if you look at our back end, I was just talking to one of the coaches in the league, and I don't think we've had this good of a back end ever. And I think that's really where you start your offense from, is below the goal line. And I think we've done a great job of getting good young players. I think Stamler's going to be a great one. Nolan's going to be a great one. Cooper really impressed me. And then, Peter, our fellow there from Austria, played really well. And Springer, who I had to let go, was just kind of a numbers kind of thing. He played extremely well in that final game in Alaska. But that being said, the first three games, there were a lot of elements I didn't like, and it was mostly probably up front. Kids have a chance to make an impact, and it sucks you only have 2-3 games, and I think kids were just starting to feel themselves out in the pro game, but you just don't have that opportunity for roster space or time. So quick decisions Rob and I had to make, and are they always right? No, they're not. It's not an exact science. So hopefully I'm wrong with some of those kids, and they go on to have careers and good success somewhere else.
And on the flip side, a lot of new faces, a lot of familiar faces as well. You mentioned Captain Mike Medill. Both goalies are back. Leading goal scorer Eric Lampy. Guys like Fritsch, London, Blackwater all heading back. How important is that for you trying to assemble this team and build off last year's success?
Well, there's something to be said about being comfortable, and I think the one thing this team is they're comfortable around each other. So we haven't really done a ton of getting to know each other, because I think it was pretty evident last year that we had a team that really kind of cared for each other, and not to talk about last year, but being around the game, it just makes for me and for my family even that much more of an experience, as if everybody gets along and really cares for each other. And it was pretty evident in the preseason games, Adam Huxley going out and fighting and looking after some of the young kids. So that's what we're about here, and it's good to see.
And lastly, you mentioned last year, obviously great season for you guys, made it all the way to the finals. What are the expectations like for this season, trying to build off that performance?
Well, I'm not going to compare ourselves to last year's team. I mean, obviously we have some of the same elements, but teams have definitely upgraded, and we're at a different place probably right now than we were last year. But we're going to dictate the same type of play. We're going to work hard. We're going to be an offensive team, but obviously responsible defensively, hopefully. With some of those guys coming back that you said it went off in my head. I was like, but I think we'll be all right. We've got to work and compete to win, just like any other league.
Thanks again, Coach. Don't forget, fans, opening weekend coming up right around the corner, the 19th and 20th of October, both against the Stockton Thunder. Make sure to be here on that Friday opening night. First 1,000 fans get free new logo Wranglers t-shirts. Good luck to you. Good luck to the boys. And we'll count you out now with some highlights of the preseason as the Wranglers get ready to defend their Western Conference title.
yourself go.